Hi, so I'm gonna go ahead and color a new picture for my board. I'm gonna replace this one right here with something out of here. Just because, I don't think I'm almost done with it. Looks like I still have a lot of pages left, so I'm gonna try to hopefully finish this by the end of next year, or the middle of next year. I'm sure I got less pages than that, but that's also if I remember to color these. I'm bad about that, okay? I'm not the best at remembering stuff sometimes, so, and getting stuff done. So, but I'm gonna try to color something here tonight and see if I can get it up on my board, place the picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and manhandle you a little bit. I apologize, but I'm going to adjust you, so just hang in there, okay? Just hang in there. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. No. Huh. It gave me a smaller option earlier to like zoom out, but hopefully this is good enough. And hopefully it's not too far off, so that way you're not able to see it all. Let's see. A little bit. There we go. So there's this picture, which I kind of like this one. So this one's probably maybe. I do kind of like this one. So that one might be maybe. You can tell it's coming apart. It's quite old. But I did start this one a while back. I'll finish this one day, but I don't think I'll complete it today. I went to, where did I go? I think I was at Target and I saw another one of these. It was the exact same book and it's recent, so I kind of like this one a little bit. Got little details. Oh, this one's pretty. It's kind of neat because you can see the horse, but then it's got like tentacles almost. Just the way they curl. It's very tentacle-ish. But then you've got like a building here for some random reason. It's very interested in horses and unicorns. But you like what you see, I think. Like I said, I think I saw it at Target. Was it Target? I wasn't at Walgreens or CVS recently, so I don't think it was there because I did get this at Walgreens a very long time ago. I think 5 or 6 years ago. Sometimes. This one's actually similar to this one. The similarities. It's just, yeah, it's the exact same floral. pattern. Except for on top here. I think it just got this one. Yeah. But yeah, you can see I have a lot of different. Oh, this one's pretty. I do like this one. This one's pretty. It's pretty for the fall. Maybe I'll do that one for like not 4th of July. Some other time. Like autumn, October, September. I think September would be a good time. Oh, this one's similar to the design. Cute. Oh, look how happy they are. So cute. But yeah, you can tell it's falling apart every time I turn a page. Some of them are coming apart. This one's holding up okay. Oh, I never noticed this one. This one's kind of cool. They have a walrus. I didn't even know there was a picture of a walrus in here. Or jellyfish. Don't matter. But I think the only ones that really caught my attention were these three. I think I like this one the most. So, I like this one. I really like this one too, though. Maybe I'll go for this one. Maybe. Alright, I guess I'll do this one. So, now the question is, what medium do I use? Do I use color pencils, markers? I do have some brown Sharpies here. Let's see. Leave these out. And then maybe these. Purple. I'll leave those out. I like this one. Just to see which ones I want to use. Maybe. Hope I don't want to use any of these. Let me see if I have my sharpener. Yeah. I got my sharpener and I got my watercolor pencils that I might end up using. I'm not very entirely sure. Okay, we'll start with, I think I want to start up here maybe with these ones. Do I want those to be yellow? Only some of them will be yellow. I'll color the dots yellow. Yeah, you can tell these Prisma are pretty good quality when they're covering even the black a little bit. Those King's Art ones aren't very good, but I mean, for the price, not that bad. Considering you get a lot of stuff in it. I think it was what, the pencils along with the color pencils. Get like I think it was charcoal, or was it just pastels? It might have just been the pastels, but it was really neat. A cool set. I think it was at, where did I say I got it? Ross or Marshalls? It's pretty neat. Okay, so that's that one. And then I think maybe here. Maybe I should have colored those yellow and then colored these this color. But you know what, I'll go ahead and just continue with this one. What I love about drawing and art, like coloring pages, is you don't actually have to follow the lines. You can do whatever you want with the page, but I'm not that adventurous because I'm not that skilled. I'm not terrible at painting and drawing, but it definitely takes me a long time to get one painting done if I actually try. So I don't try too hard. let's see. It does kind of, can't really tell that it's going through the ink lines like the Prismacolor does. It's kind of like if you go outside the lines, you can't really tell which I suppose shows that they're not a particularly strong pigment. But like I said, for the price, it's not terrible. And honestly, I think any medium is good if you know what to do with it, you know? Because I've seen a lot of people work with different mediums online on YouTube videos. And a lot of people are able to use crayons in creative ways and make everything look nice. Who was it? And what did they do? There's, oh yeah, somebody used, I don't think it was Vaseline, I think it was like chapstick or something, but they used it on crayons to give it a smoother color, and it worked, but I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those where they like show you something and it doesn't actually work, but each did it right in front, like in real time as far as I know. So I don't think the video was edited, because there are times where I see people do stuff and I think to myself, that should be easy enough, I can do that, and then I try it and it just didn't really work out. I forgot what a good example was though. This one's unlabeled, so I don't know where I got this one. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to use the markers again, but I'm already starting on my pencils. You know what? I'm gonna start with the crayons or with the Sharpies, because you know what? I really want to use these up before they dry up, and maybe I can get good with them. I think I'm already liking the switch a little bit better. Everything's a little bit more vibrant. Hmm. But I think I could have just made it so that the color was peeking out just a little bit, just to kind of create a contrast and lighting. But then I'd have to figure out how to do that for everything. Or just the flowers, maybe. If I wanted to just be lazy. Hmm. Hmm. It's very hot right now, so I do appreciate the winter weather a lot more when it comes. Summer is quite warm. Fortunately, a lot of people in Europe are getting hit. Hopefully they're staying cool and safe. That sucks. That's worrying. Imagine being so hot and not knowing where to go and what to do. At least here in California, if you get hit, that heat, you can always go to a store and kind of escape it for a while. Though my cat doesn't really like to go anywhere, unfortunately, so he makes it a little more difficult. So I don't want to leave him alone. Actually, no, we can leave those. They're showing through a little bit, but not by much. Just the purple is. Actually, doing that layer kind of stops it from going too far. Until it's stopping it from bleeding through. It's creating that barrier. I'll do that for this one. See how it comes through. Might be too dark, so I might have to do both. Hmm. What colors? A little too much. I've seen those pictures where, or those videos where people do like 2 different colors on a photo. That looks so nice. Maybe I should try to do that for the picture next time. Hmm. Try to do that challenge, but kind of creates depth. It's really neat. Sorry if you heard that popping. It was the plastic bottle. It's because of the heat. I do have air conditioning, so I'm not completely hopeless in the heat. You have to be careful with Sharpie, because even if you're going across the lines, it tends to kind of drag some of that ink along with it. Kind of creates like a darker look in some areas. I think I like that better than that dark brown. I think the dark brown would have been too much. But yeah, you might be able to see some dark striking from the ink. Let me see. I can't really tell that. Or it might just be because I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's the ink, but could also be from the double lining because sharpens are very sensitive. Anytime you go over anything multiple times, you will tell, or it just kind of does, kind of brings the line work. Kind of like the brown too, but I think I might have to skip that for now. I might color it in white. Let's see how that looks. Can you tell the difference? No. So, since we can't tell the difference, I'm not gonna bother because you're not gonna be able. Might be able to tell a little bit, especially if I start hitting these lines, because I'm not gonna be able to carefully go over each line. I'll definitely end up burning some of them for sure. Let's see now. This is a pretty color blue. I like this blue. So I'm going to use that for, let's see. Ooh, that's pretty dark. But you know what? You know what? I'm already invested. Let's go for it. Though I'm going with this background white. So, all that negative space there. So, if I use a lot of dark colors, it shouldn't be too bad. Though, to make this like Lisa Frank photos, where it's just like colors everywhere, that would be kind of fun. But I think my other markers are the ones with that. So maybe the next color will have like that sort of Lisa Frank vibe. It's like purple tigers and blue, well, not skies. Skies are already blue, but like maybe blue. Blue suns and pink moons or something, you know? Let's kind of go with the top in colors. Man, can you imagine? As I know the world now, I don't think I could handle that kind of coloring. I think it'd be too much for my eyes. I'd be overstimulated and probably want to throw up because it's just way too much color. Just way too much. It was weird because there was one day where I was a kid. And it was like a really, really red day. Like, I don't know if it was just because of the sun was like one of those red suns. Or like, it was a really long time ago. I might have been dreaming it. But there was a day where I remember it being like really, really red. And it's just too much for me. I was just very overstimulated by it. And I just had to be inside. Because I couldn't handle it. It was too much. Might have been a dream I had though. I don't remember. I don't know what year it was. It was like 96, 97? I don't know what day it was. I don't remember how long ago it was. I just remember it happened, and I don't know if it was a dream, very vivid dream, or if it did in fact happen. But I remember that day was very, very red, very orangish red. It's too much. It's like, oh, I hope today goes back to normal. It did eventually go back, but still remember that. I just can't remember if it was a dream or not. How funny it is, isn't it? You dream of something and it feels so real that it feels like it really happened. It's like your mind tricks you into believing it happened. There's obviously a name for that, but I forget what they call it. It happens a lot though. Sometimes where I just have such vivid dreams. It just feels like reality kind of mixes with my dreams sometimes. It's just a really weird feeling. But anywho, now back to not being that serious. My plant's still alive. I have a Boston ivy from my dad. My dad gave me. And it's still alive. So maybe one of these days I can move on to herbs. Try to keep those alive. Along with the plant, obviously. Not just gonna dump it. Be like, well, I kept you alive long enough. Kind of messed up. I hope coloring outside the lines like this isn't stressing you out. Because it might have stressed me out when I was younger. I don't know. I am all over the place though. It's like I start one spot, then I move on to the next. It's like I try to stay consistent, and then I just get bored. I'm like, alright, I can't do this anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't wear the frame this whole time. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at keeping in frame. I apologize. Hopefully you're sleeping by now. Or just not paying attention. Maybe I'm background noise. I don't know. I like to listen to ASMR while I have my game going. Or generally while I'm just playing video games. Not really. Or like I'm randomly doing something here. Sometimes I like to try to color outside of the videos. Just because I take such a long time. Maybe I should give this marker a break. Okay, so now it's time to move on to a new color because I said so. I'm just gonna do green now. I think I should just do regular green. Oh, I don't know. Got a lot of different greens. Oh no. Those are more blue-green, right? Do those count as blue or do those count as green? Do they count as both? That color is really pretty though. The funny thing is that it's much grayer. It's got like a light gray undertone to it. And here it looks more blue. Sort of similar to, let's see. Similar to, I was gonna say Beast's jacket from Beauty and the Beast, but that is not the color. His color, I think, is much darker. Genie from Aladdin, but in person, it looks far less like that. Doesn't it look? You know, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Why am I trying to compare it? Maybe Sally from Cars. I think that's the color it looks like more in person. Why am I trying? I'm sorry. I really don't even remember. But it just looks grayer in person. That's what I'm getting at. I have no reference to compare it to, so oh, my false babbling serving. My incoherent babblings, but let's focus on these. So this and this, definitely closer to each other, but not by much. Okay, yeah, I think these are the same color. I'm just going to use whatever color. Hmm. Still thinking of a color to compare those blues to. But, I mean, not a color, but characters. But I'm not gonna find one. Oh, yeah, I think that's done. So I'm done with that color. Now, might use Oh, barely can't even see it. So light. Well, you can kind of see it on screen, but it's really light. It's very, very light. I'm beginning to think this might be running out of ink. It's a pretty combo. This peachy color with this light green. I want to color the background, but I don't know what color would go well with that. I think maybe with my next coloring, if I go more Lisa Frank like I want to, then maybe I'll do like a ridiculous over the top color. Bright pink. I even have one. I even have bright pink. There were neon colors for Sharpies. Might have to consider that. Do like a Lisa Frank inspired coloring page. You might know this already, but if you get Sharpie on anything, you can just overdraw it and it'll generally come off. It's kind of a bad idea, or kind of a bad example, but sometimes, not on everything. But on smooth surfaces like this one, usually the black one can come off easily by just retracing. Sort of like if you use eyeliner and you like you retrace your lines, and it kind of just drags it back. It's frustrating, but at least it works. That way you're not stuck with different colors and stuff you didn't want. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just using the same color again. I don't want that one. I think I'll go with a darker shade of purple. Hmm. It's the same shade, isn't it? It looks like the same exact shade, but it doesn't look like the same exact shade. You can tell because it's a little darker here. Actually, this one needs to be colored back in. I'm pretty sure that one's part of that. And this one I'm sure is part of this one. Can't really tell with some of these. Pictures kind of blend together. The lines kind of blend together. Okay, I just have to do some guesswork. Oops. Well, guess that one's gonna be this color now. That's okay. Kind of makes it look like it's just leaves everywhere. Oh, I almost forgot. Sorry, I guess I could have started there, huh? Make all of our lives a little easier. Why make it easy when I can make it complicated, right? As I like to say. Thinking maybe I should color in those little flowers too, since I'm not going to be using since I'm going to be keeping a white background. I feel like that might be too much white. And the horse is going to be white, so it's a lot of negative space. Maybe I should consider. Hmm. Maybe I'll use these for the little baby flowers. Oh no. Same color as these ones. Kind of. Are they? They look like the exact same color. They were the same color, weren't they? Well, you know what? They're gonna be the same color now. Because I done messed up. But you know what? Whatever. I kind of wanted this color anyway. I think subconsciously I wanted this, so got what I wanted. Got what I wanted. These almost remind me of like dinosaur feet that I'd draw when I was young. Whenever you had to draw like dinosaurs or like ducks or something. Yep. Or chickens. Could be chicken feet too. Either one. Doesn't really matter. So I'm really, really tempted to color this whole thing in, but I don't think my Sharpies are gonna last. So if I did do Sharpie, I would have to do like an ombre effect. And I don't think it would come out that nice, to be honest. Beads are kind of getting to my hand, but I like them. They're cute. I like beads. Guess I could outline this whole thing, all these branches, but I don't think I want to do that. Do I? You know what? I think I will. Just to kind of give it some contrast. Because I feel like it's not very, like, doesn't really pop, you know? It's too subtle, I think, in some of its coloring. This blue is just really pretty, though. I've seen some cars this color now. It's like a baby blue with like a little more gray in it. Maybe it's on here. Yeah. Would be nice if it had it. It might have it on the package, but I have since long thrown that out, so kind of useless to put it on there. But I won't put it past them. Companies don't really make things easy anymore. Employees and for the consumers, oddly enough. They're just like, we're gonna package this up in beautiful packaging. You're not gonna think about it after that. Then when you run out of that color, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gotta think about it. You'll be like, this kind of looks like this color. And type it into Google, and then you'll get 500 searches, and none of them will be the one you were looking for. Oddly enough, Google does not always work for me very well. Can you tell I'm a bit bitter with Google? Searching for a song on my sister's radio station on her Tesla, and I typed down a very specific song. It was called "Son of a Preacher Man" by Dusty Springfield. Very specific. Very specific. No, very easy to find it, but no, not at all. They wouldn't let me go to that one for some reason. I'm like, yeah, we don't want you to listen to that specific song, but here's a bunch of radio stations. Then again, it might just have been maybe because it was specifically on radio stations. But I'm like, why is that even an option? Why not just make it so that if I type in a song, I could play it? That's what YouTube Music does. That is something great about YouTube Music. They do make it easy for you. They're like, you like a song? Well, here's that song you wanted. I'm like, thank you. And they're like, you're welcome. Here's another one you might like. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at least I got to this first song I actually wanted. Okay, so I am liking this brown tracing. It's not, unfortunately, very nice, but this whole picture does have a lot of outside the line situations going on. So we're just going to continue to ignore it. Because if you ignore a problem, then it's not there anymore. I'm only half joking, by the way. Please don't take life advice from me. However, if you wish to take art advice from me, I wouldn't highly recommend that either. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm like where this is going. I like how this is going. Kind of. It's not exceptional. You won't find it in the Smithsonian. No one's gonna pay $1 million for it. However, does it kind of nice. It's still pretty decent. If I do say so myself. And I do. Except it does not look half bad. Does it? You know what? We're gonna keep going. It's too late to turn back anyway. You just keep going. You just gotta keep going. You gotta know when to hold on, when to fold. But anywho, so me and some coworkers started a book club. We finished that book, Kings of the Wild, which was really good. I quite enjoyed it. And then we're supposed to be reading, well, I'm supposed to be getting, I think it's The Possession of Anna Chavez, maybe? I could be wrong about that. I was going to look it up at the library, because I didn't want to buy that one, because I'd already bought Kings of the Wild, and then I was like, I don't want to buy the next book. I'll only buy a few books every now and again, but I won't buy all of them. But I might have to look on Amazon, because, well, I might have time on Monday. And I'm a pretty fast reader, so. But yeah, here's the picture. That did pretty good. Wait, it looks better on camera. If you saw it in person, you'd be like, oh. Definitely amateurish. On camera, though, it doesn't. It still looks amateurish, but you don't get to see all of the horrible little imperfections. They're not horrible. I mean, they're not nice. Oh, and look at that. That was a little random line. But, and then there's my beautiful tracing job, which actually doesn't look that bad on camera. Huh. It's funny how that works. This doesn't look half bad on camera, but in person it's a mess. And I look far more a mess in camera than I do in person. Or do I? Maybe the mirror's lying to me this whole time. I don't know. You know, I heard something once that you never really know what you look like. And that's very true. Because, like, how honest are mirrors? How honest are cameras? You compare somebody to how you see them in a photo to how you see them in real life, and it's true. But then you see yourself, and it's just this horrible distortion. I'm just like, So, you know what? I'm just gonna keep pretending like it's true. That the camera is just very cruel to me. Because, yeah, I don't look the best in camera. But it's not the biggest deal. I don't really care. After a certain point, you kind of stop caring how you look in pictures and stuff. At least some people do. Some care more, some don't. I think it just varies by person to person. But, anywho, I'm back to this lovely picture. That's the picture. It's going up on the board for July. Oh, man. I gotta say, I'm glad July isn't going by so fast. I mean, I don't even know what day in July it is, to be honest with you. But I know it's not the middle. It's almost the middle of July. Oh, wait. It might be the middle of July. Oh my. I'm really gonna have to look. But, anywho, this is it. This is the picture. It looks fabulous, right? We're gonna say it looks fabulous. But, But thank you for joining me. And, I hope this video was relaxing. Because there's not a lot of people doing ASMR with like crafts and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I guess I'll just jump on that train. If anybody watching is from Iceland or you got a different accent outside of the US, and you like ASMR videos and you're doing an ASMR video or you have an ASMR channel and you happen to come across my videos, would you be so kind as to make a crafts video? Because I love your voices. I love the accents, outside of the US. I have a California accent, so it's very, I don't find it very relaxing. I suppose, if you don't hear it every day, you find it a little bit better, but I don't find my voice very relaxing, so it'd be nice if somebody who had like an Icelandic voice would do like a crafts video, because I love the sound of paper, especially crinkling paper. I mean, how can you not love that sound, right? It's very relaxing. Or like the cracking of a book. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a very light creaking noise. Hopefully it shows up. I like that noise. It's like cardboard, but it's such a nice sound. It'd just be nice to hear it from somebody who's got a different accent. Because I can't watch my videos. I don't find myself very relaxing. But I do find some of the sounds relaxing, which is why I try to do them as much as possible. Like the sound. Or like, I know ASMR Toning. I think she's Filipino. She's got like a really nice voice too. But she does hair videos. If she could do a crafts video too, that would be amazing. I'd probably watch that a couple of times. There's another one, Annabelle ASMR. She's Swedish, I believe, and she did a couple crafts videos, but I've watched them like a billion times. So I'm sorry, I kind of need another video, but outside of trying to peddle new videos for ASMR people, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I hope you found it relaxing, and I hope you're sleeping and you heard nothing I said towards the end of the video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay cool out there, guys. Drink lots of water. Water is very important. Put some cool water on the back of your neck. That helps. Maybe put some water, like a towel, on the back of your neck. That helps too. Unfortunately, I've heard long sleeves are good to wear in the heat, or at least in the sun, to avoid like any sort of skin cancer or anything like that. But if you can't do that, then maybe have an umbrella with you. That's a good idea. I've seen people do that. And what's another good way to stay cool? Just, I guess, pour some water on yourself. Don't go too far with like cold water, cold water, because it might shock your system. I mean, not like electric shock you, but like shock your system. So maybe go easy on yourself. Don't go too extreme with one temp to the other, you know? Have a fan with you. What else? Because it is probably only going to get hotter from here, unfortunately. August and September. August and like the beginning of September are usually the worst months in the past couple of years. So just stay cool out there. Do what you can to keep yourself cool and those around you cool. Please don't leave cats and kids and animals in general in a car. It doesn't matter how quickly you're going in. It's very hot. It's very, very hot. I sweat in my car when I sit in there for a couple minutes with the windows down. So I couldn't even imagine. But like I said, please stay cool out there. Drink lots of water. And just make sure you're taking care of yourself and those around you. Okay, and stay cool.